Hey guys, now my mother and I actually watched a movie that I actually been wanting to review on this thing for a while, and the movie is Bite. Now, this is actually a 3D movie, but I've never seen it in 3D. I've only ever seen it in 2D. And the basic storyline that I would tell anyone and everyone. Okay, imagine a tsunami hits a small coastal town and a bunch of survivors are in a like IGA, Coles, Woolies, think your local grocery store. That is, but we have an extra guest. It is a great white shark. That is the bare bone explanation of this movie and them trying to survive it. Now, this is an Australian independent movie, and I think this is actually a really, really good movie. I think a lot of the actors are very well cast. Now, only possibly three of the actors that are in this, a lot of Americans would know. Actually, both of them are on the cover, actually. That would be Zachary. I probably will always butcher your name, sorry, my dear. But most people would know him from his work on the Twilight franchise. Now, he is actually in Eclipse. And, of course, that handsome devil beside him is Julian McMahon, who most people would know from either the FBI, specifically FBI Most Wanted, Charmed, the original, or Nip Tuck. Now, they would be the only two that worldwide would know. But as an Australian, there's actually a few other actors that I'm familiar with. You have Martin Sachs, who in this household is well known from his work as part of the Blue Heelers series, which was a series here in Australia. The other one would be Lincoln Lewis, who is the son of Wally Lewis, who is actually a Broncos player, and Lincoln was actually in Timor when the war began. Movie, not TV series. And I think, let me have a look. Phoebe Knox is also one that some Americans would know from her work as part of the Vampire Diaries franchise. Also, her and her co-star, I think it's Alex Parson. I think that's the actor. Which you can see right here with Lincoln. She was also in H2O, Just Add Water. This movie is such a very good hypothetical horror movie. What I meant by hypothetical, yes, tsunamis do happen, but not very often in Australia. And the scenario is quite believable. It's very much people trapped in a place with an external problem. In this case, it is a shark, but it actually starts off at a very normal day. We actually start off with Zachary and I think it's Sharia. I think it's how you pronounce her name. They've just had their engagement party, and he is a lifeguard. Also, the brother is also a lifeguard. And they go out, he has to go out and check a buoy. Unfortunately, a shark kills the brother, and that pretty much drives the fiancés apart. She, we assume, goes off to Singapore. There's a weird reason why I'm mentioning Singapore in this, because this is actually an Australian Singapore production. It's actually filmed up in Queensland, but most of the post-production was actually done in Singapore. So, and she comes back to Australia with her fiance, And let's just say they run into each other at the place where he works. Now, he lost, we assume, through the grief of losing his, I'm assuming, best friend and his fiance's brother, that he's not wanting to be at work. He started acting out and lost his job as a lifeguard and had to go into retail, which is, I think, is a very understandable scenario. And then also we see a copper. Ironically, that's Martin Sachs. Why am I surprised that he's playing a copper? So it starts off as like an everyday, normal day occurrence, and then a tsunami hits and hilarity ensues. Now, this is very well done. It's really believable, which is great for a horror movie, that it feels real, even though everything is staged, but it feels quite real. So I think it's a great show of Australian ingenuity. Now, have you seen Bite? As I said, I've only seen it in 2D. I've never seen it in 3D, and I think it works well in both forms. Well, at least in 2D. So I shall leave you guys very, very much. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And is there another gem you would like me to try and find? Ciao.